What we've noticed over the last few years is the exponential increase in the adoption of mobile banking. So the digitalization of banking is very much a core trend. But I think what the banks are trying to figure out is how to use the data that they have and combine it creatively with external data sources to provide better services to their customers. I think the platform companies potentially a major threat to the incumbents in the banking system. The real question, I think, in the end is what's going to happen to the use of the bank's balance sheets? What's going to happen to the savings and loans business, which is the driver of the profitability of banking? And there it's far from clear what the platform companies are going to do. The banks have got a lot of house cleaning to do in terms of combining the data they have on individual customers. So you have people who have savings accounts, for example, as well as a mortgage. We need to make sure that we've got those matched up. Most customers deal with several banks and financial services providers. So then you have the so-called aggregation problem, getting data from other providers as well. The other thing is that customers expect seamless service across all their financial needs. And I think this is something which is really challenging for the banks to pull together all these various elements of the customer's own banking experience. It may be that the banks own the relationship, it may be that others do, and that the banks are actually at the back end of this, and that people see themselves as banking with somebody who's not a traditional banking name. Do they want to be a utility, or do they want to be the service provider and be the brand, as it were, that customers associate? And when I say brand, I mean this isn't just about retail customers, this is also to do with corporate customers as well. I think we're going to see a diversity of strategies emerging. I mean, it's not as if banking has had a sort of monoculture in the past. I mean, you think of investment banking and what the British used to call merchant banking. They weren't actually keeping a lot of risk on their balance sheet. They were acting as intermediaries. And I think you could even see marketplaces, if you like, peer-to-peer crowdfunding models developing as well. But I don't see, in the short term at least, any decisive move in one direction. I think banks will make their own choices and move in different directions. They're keeping their options open, and you see sort of multiple interactions going on within the industry. What I don't see yet is any sort of serious interaction with big tech in terms of banking, and that I think is a very open question for the next few years.